All right, everyone, it's Brandon Hofer here for the Whole Life Challenge. I wanted to continue on with our series about modified yoga poses and postures that lead up to the full poses. So today we're going to be focusing on Warrior 3, which can be a very complicated and challenging pose for a lot of people simply because the requisite range of motion is not quite there yet. So we're going to work on a few modifications, one with the box and one with the wall, that will kind of mimic the positions of Warrior 3 so that you can get into it a little bit later on. So the first one, we're going to take 1 foot grounded, and you want your toes pointed completely forward. So rather than the toes falling outward, which a lot of us will tend to do naturally, we're going to get it completely straight forward there. Other foot comes up onto the box, and then toes pointed straight up towards the ceiling. Now naturally, what I see often is people will let this hip kind of slide forward like so, and what we're looking for is level hips and pelvic girdle square to the front of the room. So we'll take this hip, in this case my left hip, I'm going to just draw it back in space, just to there. And then if I'm getting any hip hiking motion here, I'm going to lengthen through the side waist, let this hip come down. Then, if my toes have drifted forward, I'm just going to go ahead and pull my toes back towards my shin. Then I activate the quadricep on the standing leg to get a nice, clean line right there. I'll hold this, breathe, about 60 seconds per side, and then we'll switch, okay? After you've done both legs with the box, we'll take the box out of the way and use the wall for support. Here we're going to get into the same position as Warrior 3 with our hands supported on the wall, and then make those adjustments through the hips so that our pelvic girdle is then level and squared off in space. So I'm going to get 1 foot grounded here, lean into the wall, palms planted, pushing into the wall, and then the idea is to more or less stack my standing hip directly on top of my ankle with a straight standing leg. Then with this other hip, if I get any rise here, I'm going to bring that side back down, level with the bottom. Straight arms, if I need to make an adjustment, I'll just step back a little bit. Straight arms, push through the wall, level out the hips, squeeze the standing quadricep, stay here, and breathe. There you go. Try those two out, 60 seconds per side per exercise, and then refer back to our first video where we tried out triangle pose and side angle pose modified with a block. We'll catch you next time.